This video is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com, where you can find cool stuff in stock.
Hello, and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB. Today, in the arena, we are going to play one of the kind of lost and forgotten cards that came out in Kaldheim, but doesn't seem to be making waves in most people's decks, but we're going to put it through its paces in a place where perhaps she can shine. And that card is Kaya, the Inexorable. As part of our Shark Attack week, we're going to play a Esper control list with Kaya and Shark Typhoon. So really looking forward to trying this one out and giving her time to shine. It's our 767th consecutive video here on YouTube, and it's time for Kaya the Inexorable to do some monster hunting. This deck is mostly built around killing all the opponent's stuff and some sagas. But we also have some kind of cool tie-ins. Kaya's +1 puts a ghost form counter on up to one non-token creature, and then when this creature dies or is put into exile, return it to its owner's hand and create a 1/1 spirit token with flying. In order to make use of the 1/1, we need a good amount of non-token creatures that Kaya can plus onto. So having Yorion as a companion, that is a card that we can plus onto. 2 Fae of Wishes, 4 Brazen Borrowers. These are just really good with Kaya because returning them to your hand actually means that you get to use the adventure mode again. It also makes them really good with another planeswalker in the set, Nico. So we have Nico teaming up with Kaya in this deck. Then we have 4 Archon of Sun's Grace, just a crucial card against the aggro decks to outscale them and become a win con. And the curve of playing Archon into Kaya Protect Archon is very, very strong. So that's why we're running the Archon here. And because we run Archon, we have to run a decent number of enchantments to trigger the Archon. We have 20, so we have 4 Shark Typhoon. Guess what, guys? It's an enchantment that fits in with the theme. We have 4 Elspeth's Nightmare, 4 Raven's Warning, 4 Birth of Meletis, and 4 Omen of the Sea. Also, Nico creates enchantment shards. Those all work with the Archon, who is protected by the Kaya, so we have a bit of synergy going on. However, we can't get run over by aggro, so Extinction Event, Heartless Act, and Eliminate make up most of the black cards in the deck. And moving into the sideboard, we have, you've seen my wish boards by now. If we're going to play Fae of Wishes and Raven's Warning, you see a lot of these cards over and over. When I play Raven's Warning, I tend to play more expensive cards because we usually have 5 to 6 lands the turn that Raven Warning pops off, and we can play more Haymaker cards instead of cheap cards. Or my counter spells would be like All Saw It Comings because we know we probably have the mana to cast them. On the other hand, though, when I play with Fae of Wishes, I play cheap cards because I want to be able to fetch cards that I can play the same turn I use the granted effect if I'm in a pinch. So when I have both, I run a combination. We've got a Crypt, a Duress, a Negate, a Spyglass, Saw It Coming, Elspeth's Sun's Nemesis. Once again, if you're against rogues, you can put this on top of your deck with the warning, they mill it, and then haha, got him. Something very fun that you can do there. A Doom Scar and a Shadow's Verdict, 2 sweepers. And Elspeth Conquers Death. A Kiora Best the Sea God is one of the big cards to fetch with the warning. Ugin, another one of those. Then we have an Erebos' Intervention for a massive life gain or maybe a massive graveyard hosing. And then we have a Dance of the Manse and a backup Nico, the 4th Nico, because Nico does work really well with a lot of cards in the deck like the Archon, but sometimes it's better to draw Nico later when a bunch of shards can get generated. So that's the plan. So this is the deck, Esper Control, featuring Kaya the Inexorable. I think you'll enjoy it. We're about to jump in and let the nonsense begin. But before I do that, I have some quick video dedications to do. 3 new members yesterday. Well, more than 3 actually, but shouting out the latest 3 to join. Thomas Vogt, Jeff Kosko, and Blatella. Thank you very much to everybody who joined the Cool Kids Club membership. You get early access to my deck lists. You get bonus videos. Right now we have the latest CovertGoLore episode with the side stories featuring, yes, the story of Nico. That is in membership mode only right now. It will be public in a few days when we schedule a premiere that both Gina and I can be in the chat for. But at least for a few days, it's going to be members only while we set that up. So, on that note, I got one more thank you to do. Today's t-shirt, Eagle Fang Karate, you think I'm about to say go to this company, click this link. No, this one was sent by a fan. So shout out to LK for sending me some really sweet Eagle Fang karate t-shirts from the hit show Cobra Kai, one of my favorites. And there's a P.O. box in the description for anybody who wants to get me a gift, send me cards to sign, or whatever. But this shout out goes to LK. Thank you very much for this. And on that note, let's dive in. Let Kaya's inexorable nonsense begin.
Get ready for a shark attack. Receive a free CovertGoBlue shark token with every Magic the Gathering singles order made from March 8th to March 21st. Only at CoolStuffInc.com. Cool stuff in stock.
Of course, up against Yorion on the draw. That's how we start our day. Unkeepable hand. Everything going well. But that's okay. That's okay. Put away Heartless Act, go from there. It's a hand that does stuff. This can be blue. Ugh, that's... Man, we may just want to put off... Okay, we drew the island. I was going to say we may want to put off deciding with our Fable Passage, but that pretty much does it. It's black. So we can play turn 2 Birth, turn 3 Nightmare. Might want to buy the Yorion first. Flickering the Nightmare isn't a terrible idea. They always on the play have the Haven, don't they? Don't they? Okay, Foretell. I'll live with this. Yeah, Nightmare Flicker could be a good game. So next, and by that I mean not a GG, but good for us. So next turn, I'm pretty sure I'm just buying Yorion. If they go land 5, and then I play Nightmare, they go land 6. Okay, I still have time, unless this is Allrun's Epiphany, which it probably is. Oh well. If they're that good on the play, we're not going to win anyway. But yeah, if they just curve out that well, whatever. Magic wasn't played, and that's the way it goes. 2 of them. Okay. Definitely seems like some Epiphany action. Play an untapped land to play around Jawari Disruption, I guess. Make it blue in case we want to play Nico next turn for some reason. So when I play this mirror, I have a handful of Eliminates and Heartless Acts and Shadow's Verdicts. Our opponent got to cultivate into Behold, into Allrun's Epiphany, into Emergent Ultimatum, probably. Feels bad. They still need untapped green. It's not the ultimatum. Still annoying as hell. All right, how do we beat any of that? I don't know if we do. Probably play our own Yorion. Yeah, that's the hand I'm talking about. Okay, so how do we beat it? They don't want a verdict. They have all these tokens. Let's take their Heartless Act because it hits our Yorion. Play our baby Yorion with the Nightmare. Next turn, probably hardcast a Shark Typhoon. Take their Shadow's Verdict. try to figure out how to beat a chariot and a billion burbs. And cats. Extinction event for even would be okay. At least they can't really attack with their chariot. Are we really eliminating my wall? Okay. That means a shark will survive. Opponent wants to get super aggro next turn, I guess. Alright. Down to a top deck war. Hey, I promised you some sharks. Here's one. All tap lands in hand. It's been a rough draw. Just flooded out. We've had to fight the fight with these cards. Really tough, but our opponent's in a weird spot. I mean, they have to throw things away if they're going to attack. And they know that the Shark Typhoon's going to start cranking out sharks. We are just dead at any moment to the ultimatum, though. Look at this. Look at this. Throwing away the chariot. You maniac. Down to 12. Omen of the Sea off the top. Exile the graveyard. Make shark. Play Nico. Make shards. Let's kill off you. One less cat in the world. Wow. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you sad about that? He's got some cat lovers at home. My wife would be sad about that too. Lands. Yes, flood out. Come on, we need... Okay, we need Raven's Warning. We need Fae of Wishes. That's what we need here. We need to counter the ultimatum, or whatever the big thing is that they're going to draw. It's always just a matter of time. So, to the bottom, to the bottom. Draw. Cool. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Brazen Borrows. Interesting. A card that can do stuff. Hitting them with the Yorion doesn't make a lot of sense here. Let's make a shard. Does the opponent want to kill the 6/6? We have to be aggressive too. The top of their deck is really good compared to ours. If they want to chump with Birdos, okay. Land? Come on. Come on. I'll take some bad luck. I've got a cheese ball of win somehow. Opponent with an opportunity to kill Nico. They don't take it. Fae of Wishes. Oh, it's real now. We can go fetch a Saw It Coming or a Negate. Sure. We're doing it. We're doing it, Internet. Do I want the Yorion back in my hand? We can flicker these. It's not that important, though. This is important. Make a 4/4 shark. go get a Saw It Coming. Have the mana up for that. Get more blue online. May as well foretell this if we're going to use 2 mana for something. Get it out of the hand. Plus over here. But I don't really want the Orion back. So pass turn. Yeah, I think now, with the Saw It Coming and the Fae of Wishes, we can set up the loop with Nico where we keep fetching the things that we need. So we can be defensive again. We don't have to be aggressive. We don't have to turn all our creatures sideways and hope for the best. Our opponent keeps drawing land. They must be so sad. I'm starting to feel bad for them. I'm starting to. It looked like they were going to have the perfect draw, and then they just drew land. And I think we've all been there, probably. So I start to have these tiny hints of empathy in a moment like this before remembering that I am evil and I despise everyone. Everyone who opposes me. All right, we want to play this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Cool. Let's go. Let's go. Now we're gonna start doing it like that. Bounce it. Blink it. Orion! And Emorion! Play the Fae. Next turn we can plus the Nico, attack with the Fae, put it back in my hand, cast Granted again. Oh. Look at it, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. We get to scry so much land to the bottom. We are a land scrying machine. Kaya! We found Kaya, guys. We found her. I was starting to wonder if she was still in the deck, but we found her. Wow. Oh, poor Kicks. Oh man, F's in the chat. That was a... Can we retrace the steps here? All right, so on turn 6, they cast the Alrund's Epiphany. Not even turn 6, turn 5 because of the Cultivate. The turn after that, they cast Asika's Chariot, which they may have drawn off the top. But pretty much from then on, if they draw an ultimatum, they win for several turns in a row. And they were at 6 lands. And we know they had 2 in hand when we activated the Nightmare. So they had 6 lands, 7, 8 that were in their hand. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lands and a Wolf Willow Haven is what they drew. And probably that last card is a land too. So 5 or 6 lands and a Wolf Willow Haven. That was their top decks from that beautiful position that they got ahead with. And... my heart, my cold black heart tugs just a little. Is this hand fast enough? Black, blue, white. We need another white and then another land, and we go Archon, Kaya, Kaya. And we have Brazen Borrower to try to buy time. I'm going to give it a shot. It's putting a lot of pressure on Brazen Borrower to perform. And the top of our deck. The land part shouldn't be that hard, with Birth of Meletis and a ton of other lands in the deck, and like any Triome fixes everything. That's okay. Let's make them think Rogue Thoughts. Oh, I should have played black and put on Full Control with the pathway. That makes them think Rogue Thoughts. Look at this. Look at this nonsense. 100% of the time they have that. Okay. Blue? Yep, we got blue. So now we need white. And I think we're doing it with this. Sky Mall? Has you Sky Mall. And a double attack. Alright, back you go. Hopefully that throws off their 3-mana play that they wanted to make, because they really want to redeploy the speaker. Yep. I am not liking the tap lands. The tap lands chose a weird spot to show up, and I don't approve. All right, so black. Warning. Caw. Like, we need to draw land, but we didn't need them to be these. They were in exactly the wrong spot. If we could have played one of these on turn 1, we'd be in such good shape, but we're not. Ugh. You monster. I was gonna use that. Alright, 17. 24, we have to attack here. Oh no! It's the wrong color! It had to be a basic. Ah! And it's exactly the wrong color. We can't flash in Borrower either. Oh no! Everything's bad. Alright, life is hard. Let's peck away and try to keep them off of this stupid angel. Then maybe Kaya can save us. Nope! You will not be saved. Okay. At least they overextended on the speaker. So they get one angel. We get Kaya. Kaya exile speaker. Not the best performance of the card, though. Backup Kaya can exile Banishing Light, potentially, get us another 1/1 and 2 life. It would be nice to do that after we play Archon to also get a Pegasus, but I don't think we've got that kind of time. Like, we're just dead if we don't draw Extinction Event, which... Why didn't we draw that card? That card would have been good. That's all you got? Interesting. Very interesting. Are we still in this? We might still be in this. Man, these lands got really awkward, though. We got pretty unlucky with the way the lands panned out. Oh, they went so hard on killing this Kaya. I think we do this. We also have a Shadow's Verdict in the board, which is such a crucial card. If we get there with the Raven's Warning, we'll be really happy. Come on. Come on. Please, Mono White, stop. You're trying way too hard. Oh, now we're going face. I think I take 5. We get a card next turn. I'm willing to fight for that card. So we can play Archon, we can play Heartless Act, we can put a counter on the Archon so nothing can happen to it. Our opponent can give this the ability to slip past defenses. I still think we can beat this. Maybe we can't afford to attack with this warning. Maybe that was expecting too much. Yeah. Yeah, that was asking way too much.
Ghosting feels weird, right?
When to use the Heartless Act? They've got the Alcide now. They can get it back. I guess we say go. I guess in response to them trying to activate the Alcide and go for the lethal, we do it. Son of a... Please put it anywhere but the Lurrus. Anywhere but the Lurrus. Okay. Come on, now activate the Alcide for unblockability or something. Do it. They're not doing it. Okay, so they're going to try to prevent the life gain from the Archon, right? I think. So... if that's the play, we go here, and do we go here? No activity? Okay. Well, good on them. They're not being greedy, I guess. They're also not going to get there with these tactics, I don't think, because we get to use Kaya next turn. Our Archon comes back. We get a 1/1 to block with. On top of the deck, let's grab the Shadow's Verdict. It's right there. We can't get to it, though. Not yet. So this can exile... Let's see. If we target the Heliod, they sacrifice the bounty, then we kill the Luris. Interesting. They are really playing around this Heartless Act. Can we survive? Can we get out of this? That's why they let it. That's why they let that go. Okay. On the bright side, now that dies to Shadow's Verdict. Oh, this has been a game. All right, they're going for the counter there. So we fire at will, they protect it. I don't know what's going on anymore. Okay, they got it, they got it, they got it. Yeah, there was no good way around that, I think. Maybe I'm supposed to let that counter resolve because I can use the Heartless Act in response to the bounty to remove counters, and oh, that was better. Yeah, I messed up again. What is with me these days? It's our first time being on the play today. I predict victory. We do need another blue. I guess we have the blue. We do need white. White is actually missing from this hand. Now, white is our most popular color, so I think we'll find it. Yeah, if we want to play a Nico next turn, we need a blue here. Good old Gruul, or are we Teamer, Naya? Double Innkeeper draw, nice. Crash through. I mean, that's a card. You shall not card. Oh my lord. Really? Really? Just 2 mana, take 5. Okay. Come on, white source. White source for Nico. Let's do it. Thank you. I hear that Fabled Passage is a good card. What do you think? And we have a shard for next time. All right, we've shot down 3 creatures. How many more you got? They haven't even played the big ones yet. Questing Beast would be a bad feel. But I guess no, Questing Beast has Vigilance. I was going to say we could kill it with this Nico, but we can't because that card has text. It has so much text. They bone crushed Nico. I think we get the Raven's Warning going. So much value. And they just played a Bone Crusher Giant. Maybe they can't kill the Raven. They also missed their land. So these are all spells. All spells. What a hater. Do we kill future Bone Crusher Giant with this? I don't think so. Let them have it. We killed 2 Innkeepers, so they're probably not getting value that way, and we can use the mana to draw. Make them spend their mana on the creature. I kind of want another white, but not that badly. I'm sure we'll draw one along the way anyway. Like this. Doesn't really do anything, and we could play other Nico. Trying to get Nico into Borrower seems really good. If they had a Questing Beast, they would have played it last turn, so they don't have one. Also, having a Shard on the field means we can draw the card we set on top with the Raven's Warning. They have another Bone Crusher Giant? Priority seems to be holding for them. Might be Stomp. Also, the servers are funky today, so people are DCing and getting the error, can't resolve inventory, blah, blah, blah message because they didn't update yesterday. They introduced 25 new cards to Historic, and that was enough to break the MTG servers because, you know. We could leave up a Heartless Act or a Brazen Borrower, but I'm going to be a little bit greedy because I like our position. And I'm going to make 3 shards. I also like drawing cards a lot. Now we can make another shard, but I don't want this to get bone crushed, so I'm going to plus it and submit 0. I think we've got enough shards for a minute. If Nico survives, there will be many more shards. Plus the lock, so to speak, of Brazen Borrower and Nico just looping so that you always have a Petty Theft is pretty good against Gruul. It makes their Great Henge a lot worse. And their Embercleave, it also embarrasses their Embercleave. Here comes Giant Boy. Giant Boys. All right, the Heartless Act is ready. What card do we get? Something very powerful against Gruul. I mean, how do they beat this? We'll have the mana for it next turn. The other option is we could grab an ECD, but we can't cast it this turn. Elspeth, not that great. Doomscar, meh. One removal spell, meh. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's go. Now what we'll do, because we have that on top, is we'll buy this Yorion. I'm going to keep plussing the Nico, just to keep it alive. I'm going to Heartless Act this. If our opponent plays Great Henge, we can bounce it, but I don't really want to. Let's just do this now. Great Henge really makes sense with their hand, the way it's played. Great Henge or Embercleave. Brazen Borrower is much better against Embercleave, but we still don't want to be bouncing this giant because they just keep dealing us damage. Now we have the Yorion to blink the Kiora the Sea God. I don't know about you. That makes me feel pretty good. Feeling pretty good about life. Our opponent, True Lovestruck Beast, played both sides. Say hello to my little friend. Let's make a shard. I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling okay. Probably not going to die next turn. And the Kiora the Sea God popping and tapping everything is going to leave us in a great spot. And then we Yorion it, so... I'm a kid in a candy store. So, Embercleave. I don't need to lose my 8/8 here. I can block like this and let Nico die, which is not what they expected. Nico did good work. Like, they got the job done. Reading the card. Yeah. Yeah. Not playing the giant. So we're gonna tap your Henge now, and you didn't gain the life. Should have read the card more. It's a big oops. Take 8. Yorion! Seems good. Make your play. We're gonna tap it down again. The Akroan War. You want my Yorion? Cool. Cool. Come and get it. Come and get it. I'll have that back. I'll blink this a third time. Where are you going? It's a close game of Magic. Oh, feels good. That's a hand. For the first time today, Extinction Event has graced us with its presence. It's also on the draw. On the draw. Here we go again. What do we get? Has to be black, right? I guess we get white because we have so much of it, and then this is going to... Birth is going to fetch a plane, so the pathway can be on black. And then we still have a swamp in our deck to fetch another black later. Now let's see if the opponent has the Luminarch Aspirant to mess with our Heartless Act ability. They surely have something to mess with our Heartless Act ability. A dog, perhaps? No. Alcide. Triple lifelinker. All right, this is unfortunate. But we need the land. Are we going to get mana screwed, and is being on the draw going to be bad enough that we can't win? We're trying to save this Heartless Act for an Angel, and now that they have a second Alcide, and they're up to 24, because they have another lifelinker, we're just not going to get there, are we? Because we play this, they protect one speaker. I guess we could have double Extinction Event, but we have to draw a land. We have to draw a land, or because they're making 2 Angels a turn. If we had been on the play, this would have been the easiest game in the world. But Magic is stupid. Also, we need the top deck land. There's no way around it. If we don't draw the top deck land, our 2-lander just doesn't get it done. Their 2-lander absolutely dominates us. Come on, deck. Come on. Are you kidding me right now? Well, that was no good. That's Magic for you. Shuffler's fine. Opponent goes first. I don't make this up, guys. That's 4 out of 5 today. It's always at the start of my day. And it's always like a 75% or higher rate of being on the draw. If you do good in this game will punish you. It will set you up. They know I'm a grinder, like I have a grinder profile, right? They know your profile, so they know I'm gonna keep playing to try to repair my rank. It's how they trap you in the game longer. Guaranteed. Bad man against mono red. Yes. All right. This is our white. Looking like a Bone Crusher Giant. They've got 2 odds there. I'm going to Omen instead. I'm going to try to get to an Extinction Event for these 2 odd creatures, and maybe a Bone Crusher Giant at some point. Let's see what we can find. That Faceless Haven looks like trouble. We're going to try to save the Heartless Act for that. If they have a Bone Crusher Giant, they didn't play it, so what are they holding? It must be Frostbite. We don't have the white for this Archon, but it is key. We need this tap land for next turn. I guess I'm putting Archon away, which I hate. Because our mana's been really difficult today. Oh, punished. Oh, that stings. All right. On the bright side, we're going to be casting Event. Do we give away our black? Yeah. Probably cycling a Shark Typhoon here to eat a Frostbite, but really hoping to catch their Faceless Haven. No luck. All right, let's go for this. The opponent will want to play something on this. No? I mean, if they don't, that's fine too. That's to deal 3 damage to my face. Okay, they're playing around Extinction Event. Interesting. Interesting. Nightmare off the top. We could take 7 if the opponent draws a land and powers up the Haven, but I think getting the Nightmare down is pretty crucial. Who knows? Maybe we'll end up Event for even? But you do need to play this when you can. So please dodge a land from the opponent. Please dodge a snow land. We failed. Okay, but they did play an even card, so that's good. Unfortunately, they can still power up this Haven, and they have a dragon. Life is hard. So we're taking damage next turn no matter what. We'll have to stabilize from there. Am I still just going to lose to mono red by going second, even when they had a pretty mediocre draw? We might. 3 life is very dangerous. This way we can play the Yorion next turn to block the dragon. Land. Dragon. Holds priority. Is this a Bone Crusher Giant? That would suck. What do you think? Do we try to get max value here? I think what we do is we play the Yorion and we try to find a Brazen Borrower or a Heartless Act or an Eliminate, and we give up 1 card doing that, but I think it's right. Some way to gain life would be nice. Raven's Warning gains life. Nico is interesting. Doesn't solve a lot of the problems we have. I mean, rebuys Yorion. I don't think it's good enough. Okay, we're doing this. They don't have the mana for an Ember Cleave. They might just be trying to kill the Yorion while they can. I'll trade that for a Haven, though. Yep, Frostbite. Good. Good. Well, they don't have double Frostbite, or they would have used that and just won the game. So, what are you waiting for? Maybe seeing if they have anything to do with this mana. Alright, we got rid of the Haven. Brazen Borrower is pretty good. Shark Typhoon's pretty good. We'll keep those. Two life! 2 life! And no, I'm not playing the Kaya. I'm too scared. Too scared to play the Kaya. There's what we want. Oh, they did have a giant. Jeez. Okay, so this is kind of good because they go after our 1/1. But they didn't see. I guess we can flash in the Borrower and still get our card and Kaya the Annex. I wish we had 1 more blue in that spot. wasn't really a way to tap to get there. I'll take my card. Gaia, let's go. Exile Annex. Don't think there's a top deck that just does 5 to me here, but we still have a cycled Shark Typhoon. Let's go ahead and play you. We do need a lot of land. Giant. All right, get a scry. Yes, please. All right, card from outside the game. What do we want? Erebos' Intervention is a lot of life. Let's do it. Gonna get us out of trouble. So if this dies, it returns to our hand and we get a spirit. Unfortunately, we can't Heartless Act it. That would be cute and fun, but we can't do that. I guess we ambush with Shark Typhoon, hold up. Yeah. Hold up the Heartless Act. In case they draw Ember Cleave. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Big Shark's enough. Daddy Shark for the cleanup. Did you have fun this match? It was kind of stressful, but we got the job done. And we are back for the post-game wrap-up. And streak 767 is in the books as the video dedicated to Kaya the Inexorable, and she did show up. She did exile various permanents. We didn't get the ultimate, the -7, which lets you cast a legendary card from exile, including Kaya herself. But we did, you know, we did the things. We played the control games that I love to play. We got to use our sideboard in Best of One, which is always fun for me. We got to make great use of Brazen Borrower. Brazen Borrower teaming up with Nico, teaming up with Kaya was very good. Archon of Sun's Grace was obnoxiously absent for most of the day. But how would I rate the deck overall? I like the Doom Foretold version better. I like Sultai better with Binding the Old Gods. If you have to play one Yorion deck, like you're dedicated on doing the absolute best you can, this is probably not the one, because I think the Sultai version and Esper Doom Foretold decks are better than this. But if you crafted Kaya, or you just want a sweet home to play with some new cards, like you opened a few of these and you want to give it a try, this is a good shell. You don't need all 4. I spammed 4. Obviously, if you have Elspeth Conquers Death sitting around and you want to put it in this spot, or extra Yorions, you can put those in this spot, and you have a very similar deck. But the shell is there. If you want to play with Kaya the Inexorable, guess what? It works well with creatures. Guess what else works well with creatures? Adventure. Any kind of adventure creature. Kaya plays well with that. Nico plays well with that. You can have kind of a sweet Esper Super Friends pile, and I like it. It's a fun deck to play, and I do think it can compete. It can get you to Mythic because you can pick on the aggro decks. So use this shell, put in as many Kayas as you have, put in as many Nikos as you have, put in some adventure creatures, put in Elspeth Conquers Death or other Yorions to make up the spots that you lack. Go to town, have fun, and enjoy. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye. I mean, you're cool.